think around about 4 or 5 o'clock it was upgraded again to a Category 4. We actually had a hookup with the State Disaster Coordination Centre. They have their own Bureau of Meteorology person on board, and I asked that specific question to them. I sort of said, well, given that we were potentially a Cat 1 yesterday afternoon and now we've moved to a Cat 4, I said, what can we expect, with this cyclone? And we were told that never before in history had a cyclone gone through more than 2 categories in one 24-hour period, so that what we were seeing now was what we were likely to be getting. And of course, an hour later, it was upgraded to a Category 5 with potential storm tide of 2.4 to 3 metres above HAT. And for those who don't know what HAT is, it's highest astronomical tide. That's the highest tide of the year, and that was what we were experiencing. Actually, we were 1 day off HAT, and but on that day, on the Thursday, it was HAT. When it crossed the next day, it was 1 day off. So putting that into perspective, in Yeppoon, HAT was 5.06 on the Thursday and 5 metres on the Friday. And the prediction was almost perfect storm. The cyclone was going to be crossing at high tide on our highest tide.
I've been around and met a number of people who have been affected by the cyclones and had a chat with them about their stories, and I certainly haven't recorded those, but they've just been things that have gone into my head. And sort of going away, thinking about what the story might be, and it's become pretty clear to me that it's important that there's a children's perspective.
So the project that has become Monsoon, that started as Marsha the Musical, really had its beginning at the first KCA meeting after Marsha visited, after the cyclone hit.
So I was lucky enough to be involved in the first table read for the Cyclone Marcia the Musical, or Marcia the Musical. And I knew it was coming. I was excited to see what it was going to be like. I knew that the playwright had talked to a lot of community members, talked to businesses, been around the Shire to see the effects of Marcia and what people were thinking.
The damage is widespread, but certainly Byfield was the worst affected community, being up on the hill and being, the sort of first front line of the cyclone. So to me, it's really important that Byfield features really heavily in.
But it's not just about our community. This musical has become a tool that can be used in any community. Yeah, and that's why it's no longer called Marsha the Musical. It's now called Monsoon because it's taken on a more universal sort of approach to how people cope with things that are out of their control.
And after the cyclone, our community was so amazing at coming together and helping each other out that I think this is an extension of that spirit of the community. What can we do now? How can we get together? How can we laugh about it? How can we sing about it? So all of that, I think, is a real healing opportunity.
And, I guess to come back to what, Keppel Coast Arts originally wants, it is about it being a celebration. It's about it being a good night out. So it's really about people coming together and talking about what this idea of community means.
We think that this story, that's really a story told to music, is just the most beautiful way to show the strength that's within our community, and we hope everybody's going to really enjoy coming and being part of sharing the story that basically tells how strong and how resilient and how amazing our community is.